is driving me crazy. Tonight, we're going to be answering your electrical questions and my electrical questions and some other things that has to do with life because we're going solar. We just got a
Oh,
Tesla Powerwall delivered. We're getting 18 panels, and I now know the ins and outs of all the ways that you can possibly got when it comes to the solar. And I can explain the benefits of a PPA and what one is and why I still think you should
okay.
do it. I think I'd do it again. What about you?
Uh, no,
No.
I would not. I would not do solar. And being that one of us was in the solar industry, for me to say I would not do solar is telling you that it's probably not worth doing.
So, this is my hope, right? I'm trying to leverage my low electric bill right now because my electric bill barely exists.
Right.
It's 8 cents per kW. And then the
Oh,
TDUs are
A-
ever increasing.
Apache and Denny are both here. Yes,
What's
I
up,
understand where you're
Danny?
coming from.
What's up, Apache? I'm getting 3 million. Perfect. Yes.
Gigajoules?
That's correct.
Jesus.
That's correct. So, yeah, we're getting a Tesla Powerwall. We're getting a Tesla Gateway. And I've got the box that I'm going to be mounting to my wall. Probably do some videos on it. Nothing too crazy. But I'm going to be filming it all. So,
So wait, you're doing the electrical part for your own install?
I'll be doing the. No, they're doing most of the electrical part. I'll be installing one
They
panel
better
of
do it
that.
all. They have to do it all.
They are doing it all, but I'm providing one piece.
Okay.
My sub panel
That's right.
is the main right now, of course. So
Yes.
when they put that gateway, my main becomes the sub panel. So I have to isolate grounds and neutrals. But my SER, which is the surface entrance cable, it's kind of like Romex. It only has 3 wires. It has 2 hots and a neutral. So
Double tap that screen, folks.
yeah, double
Let
tap that
YouTube
screen
know.
like that. Do that. So sub panel's got to be isolated because it's a sub. The problem is I've only got 3 wires. I've only got 2 hots and a neutral. So
Okay.
the only way to clear ground faults is to bond the neutrals and grounds together in my sub panel.
Hmm.
Because if not, the
Okay.
grounds are never going to get bonded to the source.
Sure.
So that's not code compliant. So I've got
I would
a piece of
say.
equipment that they're going to install after the gateway. It's a whole house battery backup, and it's going to have, I believe, a 60 amp breaker off of the Tesla. I think that's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sounds
my whole
right.
house will be backed up with 60 amps. My biggest breaker in my house is 30 amps, and technically 40, but that's like the max. But that's the oven, so nobody's going to be cooking during a power outage. That's kind of stupid,
Agreed.
right? Don't run your microwave when the power's out if you're on battery.
Right.
Simple things like
Makes
that.
sense. Yeah.
Um,
Hi, Mitchell.
yeah, it should be good. Most of my load for my house is on the AC and the
Sure.
lights
Yeah.
and this freaking powerhouse of a computer with 1,000 watts of video card. Um, Flex Tools dropped the ball. They could have been the best. The marketing lost the market. Absolutely.
Agreed.
I just put out that video. It should be out now. Let me see if it's out.
Oh no,
The
is it about?
the Flex Turbo is
Yes.
$89 right now on Amazon.
Jeez.
Bear Tool.
That's incredible. That's a great buy.
It's a very good buy, and I did link my affiliate, by the way. Of course I did.
You've got an Amazon affiliate?
Yeah.
So,
So
Salad asked me how I do the affiliate links in my videos, and I was like, I don't. Freaking YouTube does it. I don't have to do anything.
YouTube freaking does everything. Like now, you can go to your chapters, and you can watch your content and add the affiliates as you go through your content. So while you're watching your 20-minute video, again for the 100th time to make sure it's perfect, you can watch it another time, and you can add the affiliates every time. Like if I pop up a tool and I'm holding it in my hand, I don't bother with that, but you can.
I don't either,
and that's where it's coming from. So a lot of the things,
I just don't care.
A lot of the things you see is automatic affiliates on YouTube. They just know.
Yes. Yeah. So YouTube has they have an AI that works behind the scenes that watches videos, and if you're in we're in the beta program for it, but it'll come out to everybody sooner or later.
Yeah.
Where their AI will identify, and sometimes not even get it close, but they'll identify what tool they think you're holding or using, and then they'll put an affiliate link on there. And I get comments on my channel from folks that are like, "Oh, you're talking bad about a tool, but you've got an affiliate link. Guess who's paying you?" And I'm like, YouTube puts those there, moron. I don't care. I don't care if you buy it or not.
Right. What's up, Ali? What's going on? Josh is trying to be a Mississippi plumber.
Hey.
Oh, they'd have the materials and they lost the tape and glue.
Blade or Black Panther? Who cares?
I'm going with Blade.
All right. I'm going to go with Psylocke because she looks better than the two of them.
But Blade had a good run-in series of movies, man. I like Wesley Snipes.
Olivia Munn. End of argument.
On the AI
Olivia
Amateur. Captures your videos. GoPro keeps it in frame.
Perfect.
We love you too, Ali. Appreciate the support, brother.
Thank you, Ali.
X-Men or Avengers? Oh, that's actually a good one. I'm going to go with Avengers, even though I don't. It's almost too cliche at this point. I'm going to go with Avengers.
Sure.
So we're getting 18 panels. Now, this is what I figured out, okay? There's now programs because of the big, beautiful bill has created content requirements where so much is American made for some of these qualifiers to be in these programs. Now, the program that I'm involved in, I'm getting my energy all the way from 5-hour drive away. Basically, it's going to take, I'll call it 4 hours. 4 hours away is where I'm getting my power from to my house right now.
Okay.
Because we had a freeze, the grid went down, and they started rolling blackouts, and a lot of people cried about it. Right, it was on the news. So we're getting our power from somewhere more reliable but more far away. So the TDUs here are going to be stupid very soon. Also, they had to add more infrastructure because of everything that happened. So everything's fixing to go up. The program that I'm in, I didn't have to do PPA, but the program that I'm in, it's zero out of your pocket. And they put solar panels on your roof. I'd seen the ads for it, and I was like, that's bullshit. No one's ever going to do that. They're not going to put solar panels on your roof for $0. They're putting 18 panels on the roof for $0, and they're putting a battery. They're also putting a gateway. They're putting another disconnect. They're putting an in-phase combiner.
Sure.
probably a couple of disconnects.
They gonna put
And
an EV charger on there too?
no.
No. Well, maybe in the future.
And then a sub panel,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
If I was to have a favorite mug, what the heck is this, YouTube? Sure. Let's do it. Put it right there. And we
What?
gotta, don't ask questions.
All right. That's yeah.
Why can't I move this out of the way? I just put it in front of your face.
Buy discontinued tool batteries and an Ego power bank and go nuts.
All right, so
Have a favorite mug?
that's YouTube
This is
AI.
what you're putting on there? This is what you're putting on there?
That's YouTube AI for you. They're like,
dear
would you
God.
guys like, hey, what's your dude? I got one that's it has all the tools around there, like the old school tools. Like it's got the
Yeah.
it's got the little windy drill, and it's got the drill press. It's got the chisels. It's got the mallet. It's got all the old school tools, and it says he's got everything. He can fix it all or something. It's a great mug. It's huge. Put a lot of coffee in that thing.
My
It's all that
favorite
matters.
mug is Big Josh's
Tossed
salad mug. Christine and I had the same one. Don't forget, you guys can buy that mug on the merch shop. So here's the thing, and I've told you not to do solar in the past. You're stuck on doing solar. So this last time that you said that, I just said, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
Because I really got sick and tired of listening to it.
Perfect. So, yeah, if I was to try to upgrade my panel, because right now, if I want to sell my house, I've got to upgrade my panel. So, if I was to try to upgrade my panel and get it all done, it's going to cost me about $3,000 out of my pocket. Right?
Yeah.
They're going to install a battery for $15,000.
Josh is so upset he can't even spell the word off on the first try.
Costs more than that to make. Let's see here. What did Josh said something. Yeah, you're paying for the lease. Yes, that's correct. They're putting solar panels on your lease to have access to your power to sell back to the power company, and you get a credit that doesn't do much while you're paying for the lease. Not quite. They can't dump my battery whenever they want to. There's programs that do that.
Okay.
They are offsetting the local area with the power on my house is basically what they're doing. So, yes, I'm paying for a lease, but they're not selling my power back at a cost. They have no access to my power. Everything is local. But there is programs with Tesla where if I wanted to, I could dump power back and they would cut me a check, but I'd rather have the power to offset my bill because when you're avoiding the TDUs, my TDUs, I was looking at my electric bill earlier. My actual electric usage cost me $161. That's how much I used.
Oh,
just to deliver it cost $111.
Okay.
So the TDUs are fixing to go up.
And I just want to make sure. So you're going from $161 to how much a month?
200 and no. You missed that. Don't twist this. It's it's $111 to deliver the electricity too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we're going from 260. We're going from $260 a month to 206. Okay, now continue. So the last 6 electric bills in a row have been close to $300.
Oh, okay.
We're going to sign on 206 a month
in the
forever.
summer.
In the summer,
you mean
correct.
in the summer? Okay, yeah. And 206 is just for the photovoltaics
and the battery.
And you're still going to get a bill from the energy company
Why is that?
because you're only you did an 80% offset. We talked about this earlier. So
Yes,
you're
but the
still going to
winter,
get a bill from the energy company that you're using that
possibly,
you
yes.
chose to not renew or change your agreement with.
Right.
Yeah, makes total sense. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm in
I'm with you.
contract. So we're gonna see what happens. I got about 6 more months in contract. So we'll see how bad that turns out. But yeah, I'll probably end up renewing free nights, weekend, something, charge the battery for free. Um, Either way, with the battery, you avoid the TDUs. So if I'm paying
Okay, yeah.
$116 in TDUs, I'm storing that and then putting it out at a later time. We should avoid those TDUs, and this should come pretty close to offsetting the whole bill for the house.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So
I see where you're coming from.
in the winter, when you don't use 2000 kW, the rate goes from, what is it, 14 cents to 17 cents or whatever it is, right? Goes up 3 more cents when you don't use more power.
Yeah, I don't know.
So a lot of those bills are based on 2000 kW. I can't possibly use 2000 kW in the winter. I When I use 2000 kW in the summer, and
Hmm.
since I made the house more efficient, I'm barely hitting that. So before I
Right.
used to be 2600 kW, easy in the summer, easy.
Hey,
Now,
vegan.
if I'm trying to waste power, which I have been for the last couple of months because I've just been trying to see what the craziest it can be before I fully go solar, because I've only got 2 days now to cancel, but before I had like a month if I wanted to. So I was really going, crazy
Hi,
with the
Jacob.
power. What's up, Jacob? Let me get to my chat. Jacob, fraud, yeah. What's going on? This is too much to understand.
It
It
is
can be.
not, Mitchell. You're gonna be fine.
So
We've got one side of the argument filled with hopes and dreams.
right, that's
We
mine.
have the other side of the argument filled
For
with
logic
reality and actually having seen this play
and
out.
logic. So
So,
this is my second house with solar. So the first house was a
okay.
huge winner.
But how long did you have it?
The
Have
first
the solar on
house
there? You know, mm-hmm.
since 2017 to 2023. So 17, easily 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Right. And what did we talk about on the phone? How
Uh,
long? How long is the window before that array begins
drops to
to drop?
90%. Drops to 90%. 10 years.
Okay, but what did I say about bad panels? How long?
Well, I've got a production guarantee, so
I'm
I don't
asking
know.
you a question.
I don't
I
remember.
asked you a question. 5 to 10 years, and I
5 to
said
10 years. Okay.
good panels 10, garbage panels 5. Yours, I suspect, will be 7
Okay.
because they're
Yeah.
not they're not good.
Right. Right. So this is what I figured out, and I've still got technically one more day to cancel if I really want to. The
Yeah.
program that I've got, because I'm zero out of pocket, and they want to make sure that all this goes towards the battery to try to offset as much load from them as possible. They are only willing to put panels onto the system of the battery.
Right.
They're not going to install them onto the other strings. I can later. This
Hi,
particular
Tom.
program, I
Yeah.
can't. So maybe in about a year, I might call some buddies, go get some panels for $100, get some beers and some Iron Ridge racking, pull a permit, and install 10 more panels somewhere and slap it onto the end phase, right?
Okay.
But for at least 5 years, or maybe even 3, I think I'm going to see how it goes.
All right.
And I'm maxed out. I can't put any more panels on this Tesla. It'll void the Tesla warranty. So the
I
amount of
hate to tell you.
KW,
Yeah. The minute you touch that array yourself, you void the warranty.
well, no, because I can call Goodleap and they will approve for $100. They'll drop some plans and
Uh-huh.
they'll approve a certain string of arrays
Sure.
with their permission that has nothing to do with the battery. That'll just dump into their equipment. It's going to
Okay.
cost me a little bit more, but I can modify it. What I can't do is add more to the battery because that system is designed to feed the battery.
Yeah. I don't even want to know what Salad's talking about.
One last night was talking about how souls.
I don't want to know.
Oh,
I don't want to
okay.
know.
All right. Shout out to him because it was funny. I don't even know.
I know Juan had a snake in his garage yesterday, and I told him to kill it. And then he's like, "What can I do to keep him out of there?" And I said, "Use coffee grounds."
All right. I just did something terrible.
What's that?
I just made Who Farted a
mod.
a mod.
Oh, Jesus, criminy.
God help us all.
Yeah. You really have no restrictions on it now. What's the best window of the year for deals? Fourth quarter.
Only 30
Christmas
seconds
time,
though. So
typically.
what is he going to do in 30 seconds?
I don't know. Let's find out.
He just wants to feel the power again.
Christina said you could do it all yourself and not have paid the lease.
Why is Tool Squatch
not
not a mod?
So here's what I'm gonna say. So
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna. I am not gonna watch anything about you and Juan talking about putting a wiener in the caulk in the crack.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what he's doing to your snake. I'm just not interested. I don't know how I got involved
What's
in
up,
it.
TNT?
I'm innocent in this one. So in case you guys don't know, the way solar works, especially resi solar, now commercial solar doesn't work this way. Commercial solar, you get a lot cheaper than you do resi solar. Because we know in the solar industry that homeowners are stupid. There's no other way to put it, no nicer way to put it. They're gullible. And I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, but they're gullible. So here's the fact of the matter.
Hang on.
Resi. Thanks, TNT.
Car Cam 37. This tool channel is not necessarily about tools, hand tools. It's electrical tools in general. And for electricians, code, hand tools, what works in the field, motivation, mindset, all that stuff. It's all for electricians. Before I was doing a lot of power tool reviews, like a lot. And I decided that's not what I wanted to do all the time. I wanted to do more for electricians, do more electrical. And my shorts completely died for about 8 months. And now we're back with stuff for electricians, hand tools, and what works in the field.
Okay. So that's nice. Anyway, when the guy comes to your house and he's telling you about all these great panels and rebates and all of that good garbage, what you should know is that he is only paying about $1 to $1.15 for per watt that he's talking to you about
Right.
on your home. He's coming back and he's going to charge you $3 per watt for what he's putting on your home. So he's making all of his money on that markup.
Right.
And that dollar a watt is all of the materials. And then you consider that he's got probably another 50 cents, give or take, for labor.
I appreciate it, John Doe.
That's all they're really paying. And then
Appreciate
he's
so
selling it
much.
to you for $3 a watt. He's taking your tax credit as additional profit.
Right.
So he's making 100% profit on your job.
Right.
And your tax credit. So he's doing pretty well. So they're going to tell you all of these great things about solar, and they're going to tell you that it'll offset and it'll do all this garbage and whatnot.
Right.
It's never true. It's
Right.
never true.
I know
doesn't
this.
happen.
This is my second solar.
It only happens for a little while, and then what happens, because they also fail to tell you that your array degrades, and the rate of degrade or degradation is different based on the panel. So like what they did with him, they offered him a really good panel, and then they go, oh, well, the tax credits don't apply to those panels because we can't get them in the country. They're not here, which is total lie, total BS. You can actually go out and buy them all yourself if you truly wanted. But this is the lie that they tell him. And then they go, but we've got these other panels that do apply for this tax credit.
right.
And everyone in the company who makes money doing the bait and switch on you then backs that up. And they're like, oh yeah, it was 100%. Because instead of them paying like a $1.20 a watt, they probably got those panels for 85 cents a watt. Now that's a huge difference. That's more money in their pocket. But gullible people, and I'm not going to point any fingers at anybody that's gullible over here.
Right.
But
right.
gullible people hear this and they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then they get a lesser panel that won't be as efficient for as long, but hey, you get the Tesla Powerwall. Not even the end phase Powerwall. You get the Tesla Powerwall because the Tesla is the name that everybody wants, which is a huge markup on that as well. And then they go to you, they're like, yeah, but you gotta make this decision quickly because you only get 2 days to get out of it. So go get it and think about it later. And then in 5 years, when you find out, well, it's not as great as they said it would be, the company, and I can tell you exactly because the company he's getting it from, 4 years old, and I can tell you how it happened, is that they had another company before that got the owners got in a little trouble. So what they did is they closed that business down and they opened it up with a new name the next day. Woo! And now they block all of the customer reviews on their website. So you can't even go. They only have testimonials. And when did they get the testimonials? Like 30 seconds after the job is complete. And they're like, hey, sign this. And you don't even look and see what you're signing. You're just like, okay, get the hell off my property now. And then they go, oh, look, this guy in Humble, Texas, or wherever it is.
Right.
Oh, they love their solar. And they'll put those up. And then they block all of the reviews on Google because they pay Google not to do it. They pay Google not to review it. They don't do the accreditation on the Better Business Bureau so that they can make sure that the BBB stays away from them for as long as possible, and it won't even have an image or a message on the BBB until someone sues that company. And then what they'll do is they'll close that company down, and the next day they'll open it up under a different name. Go ahead, ask
Yeah.
me how I know.
No,
Ask me
I
how I know.
mean that's fairly accurate. With the PPAs though, they hold the warranty, not that company.
Yep.
So there's good things and bad things with the PPA. Because Josh was saying, well, you're going to be leasing. Well, they've got the warranty for 25 years.
Okay.
So that's a plus. The hope is to add more panels soon. That's the hope. But right now, for $200 a month, I've got a power wall that's 15 grand, and I've got a new service that would also be, you're probably talking if I was to finance this, what, $400 a month,
Yeah.
about 40 grand.
As you as the homeowner, when you go to a place like French Girlman or Green Tech or
Is that
wherever,
backwards?
you pick the distributor. What they're going to do is they're going to go, well, this guy's only here for one job. So what do? You come in, they bend you over real nice, they give you the what for, and they charge you what an installer would be charging you because they
Right.
know what installers are going to charge you. So they charge
Yeah.
you that because they're only making the money off of you one time. But
Right.
if you started a solar installation company and you did 2 or 3, 4, 10 jobs for them or whatever with them, what they would do is they would give you a premier pricing. And then
Right.
if you do a whole lot of business, like a few $1 million of business with them, then you get Premier Plus pricing. And Premier Plus pricing is where you're getting it closer to $1 than $1.20 per watt. And that's per watt.
Oh, I see.
So no, you can't just go into a place like Green Tech and say,
Do,
hey, I
do
want
you
to
not want
buy
admin?
18 mission 410 or 415 or 450 panels, because you're going to get it put to you. They're going to give you the, right. They're going to give you the old Makita treatment. And
Who farted's freaking out? So I gotta take it back
sorry.
again. He gets crazy once he realizes all that power goes to his head so quickly.
Well, it's easier when you're a simpleton. Anyway, hey, when that as they know this, like it's an agreement between the distributor and the solar installers. Like they understand. They tell each other how much they're charging. Right now, they don't tell it between solar installers because that's not ethical. Not that the other way is ethical, but they know, well, this is how much I'm going to charge, because they tell them that. And then they go, this is what I want my profit margin to be. And then the distributor will be like, here are the panels that fit into that. And what they'll give are like, a lot of solar companies will give distributors panels at a really cheap price to kind of introduce them into into an area. So then they'll go to an installer and they'll be like, hey, we got these. They just came in. They'll give you a BS list of selling points for folks. And then they'll expect so they'll write an agreement. Okay, we'll get these at 87 cents a watt or whatever as an intro price. And then they'll expect the salesman for that solar company to go sell it to suckers as such a great thing. And the sucker goes, oh, I'm getting this panel. And it's a great thing. But if you know the industry, like if you've been in the industry or whatever, There is one universal truth. No one in the industry has solar.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you were to build
Now,
this thing
why is
yourself,
that?
I think, okay, so I was going to build the whole thing myself for about $7,000 with a string inverter.
Yeah.
It's still going to put me out $200 a month for 6 years.
Okay. I mean,
So
they're overcharging you for 6 years until the rate of what you're paying now is offset. Like, so you're overpaying. It'll take 6 years for your traditional electric
loan,
company or whatever to catch up to what you're going to be paying. But in that 6 years, your array is going to degrade.
yeah. Well,
And
I
it
mean, it's an
be a
array,
little
so I
bit,
mean, it's
3 to
going to,
6, 8%.
yeah. But once it's all said and done,
it'll degrade over time.
like,
And the
can't I
longer it goes
buy?
on, that less and less and less of that 6 years of savings you actually get.
Yeah, but
Because it's never really saving. You should begin
the,
overpaying, and
but
then
the
by the
panels are
time
cheap.
it would have
That's
been
what people.
even, your
That's what people
array
don't
is
realize.
declined.
The panels are cheap, right? I'm an electrical inspector. I can get panels. I could probably get emission solar for $150. A 450 watt, right?
I mean, sure.
I could go get 10 450-watt panels for $1,500 done. And that'd be 4,500 watts of solar.
Yeah.
Probably really getting about 360 out of it, but 450 watts. Once the racking is up, the racking is up. Once the infrastructure's up, the infrastructure's up. Once they install that gateway that costs $3,000, the gateway that costs $3,000 is up. So I'm looking at this as I'm not having to come out of pocket, 20
For the install.
for the install. Because they're going to replace the meter, they're going to replace the riser. It's going to make the house sellable. So for some reason, if I got to get out of this thing for whatever reason, within a couple of years, I can roll this loan into my mortgage and pay it outright.
Sure.
The total cost of the solar is $40,000 up front. I think I got it emailed to me. Let me show you.
All right.
You guys can see the behind the scenes of a solar.
Juan and Sharush are here. Sorry, Sharush, we were asking about you earlier.
What's up, Sharush?
Why do we have a what's your favorite random fact? Why is that question on the screen?
I don't know. You don't like it?
Favorite random fact. The ice cream cone invented in St. Louis, Missouri.
There you go. That's why it's up there. And let me show you. Oh, cancel the stream. Okay, we got to look for personal information on this thing.
All right, you study hard. Hey, you got a booger in your nose.
No, I don't.
Okay, must be your beard. There it is, right there, dude. That gross. Look at that. Boogie.
That's my nose.
Oh, sure. Mine too. Look.
Very nice. All right, cool. Okay, so I got vents here. I'll cut those damn vents out if I have to.
Why?
To put more panels.
Those vents are there for a reason, sir.
No. That's my dryer, and I can run that horizontally across the garage and out the side wall. To add more panels? Absolutely.
Thanks for noticing. Who farted?
Now that other vent might be a problem. So we're only getting about 18 panels, right?
Can you make a keychain for your store? I might. I don't know. Ask Christina.
So let me show you this. Okay, so we got 2 strings, 9 and 9, 37, 35 watts.
Yeah.
Hang on. We're getting 18 modules. That's not what you want to see there. Hang on.
I can't wait for Gonzalez to figure out that he is somehow way back at the beginning of the stream and commenting live.
Dang, I hate when that happens.
I know. Somebody notify him in the comments to let him know that he should move forward.
So we're getting
LFL, how you been?
That's the gateway. It's a gateway 3, which means it has feed through lugs. The feed through lugs go to the new backup panel, which is the existing sub. That's what they're calling it. We've got a. I'm going to add something and piss them off later, but that's okay.
I might as well.
Let's see
Switch
here.
play disconnect.
Yeah.
Running,
I can show you
10 THHN
for the strings. Yeah. Yeah, that's the first thing they teach you in plan review. You see number 10 on a THHN, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Hang on, it won't open this PDF for some reason.
Hey, nice LFL. He wants the donut. He wants the donut lovers, Christina. Don't let him kid you. The donut lover shirt. Everybody wants the donut lover. Kansas Tool showed up. His wife must have finally let him out of the cupboard under the stairs.
So your initial, I got to get rid of this.
Okay.
Your initial energy rate per kW hour is 24 cents. Your monthly payment's equal to the estimated annual amount. And then you're going to see here, I've got a 0% increase.
Right.
If you do a PPA, make sure you do not allow them to put an escalator on there. See? I got 0 due. And I've got, hang on, I got to switch the camera.
That's right, John Doe.
We're no longer getting the Canadian Solars. But the Canadian Solars were $3.95, so we're getting 415s.
And Canadian Solar actually is an outstanding product.
I was trying to get them. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But 415 from 395, what's that gain? That's a 20 watt gain times 18. That might make up for the difference there. Maybe.
TNT, you need to go see Big Salad for that.
Does that make it up or no? Ish?
Your array's never going to produce that much, so go ahead. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to find the value.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what you do. You go out and you water your panels every day, and then increase that efficiency a little bit.
Yeah. So this is the efficiency here. We got 1746, and then as soon as you hit year 25, because this is bouncing from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So every 2 years, you're dropping 200, 100. But then as soon as you get to year 25, that thing's trash. But check this out. This is going to tell you the value of this system and what I can buy it for.
That's estimated. That's not actual. That's estimated output.
Whatever.
And it goes down yearly. So your estimated output goes down yearly. Your usage does not go down.
Right. I get that. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
I just want
So that's what it's
to.
worth.
TNT, why are you guys being like stupid today?
Why?
I'm just reading their comments and they're just being dumb today.
Yes, sir. That's an interesting. So this is the buyout. So in 5 years, you can buy it out. So I'll be
Yes.
stuck with it for at least 5 years. That payment. But rolling 32K into a
Backwards
mortgage
knows.
when you're dropping 1%, it's not too bad. Where do you think the
Yeah.
rates will be in 5 years?
They go up about what's it 5-6 cents a kilowatt
No, I mean more interest rates
every
for a
5
house.
years. Oh,
Interest rates.
I
They
have
going
no
up or down?
idea.
You don't know.
They'll go down. They're going to go down.
I think it's going down.
Yeah, interest rates are going to go down.
So yeah, that's what we're getting. $0.
So to answer the question, Kansas has how much does it go down yearly? Typically, for the first 3 years, it's going to be level, and then it's going to degrade at about 1 to 2% every year.
DeWalt
By
is
the
better than
time
Milwaukee.
by the
Sorry, I'm
time you
listening.
get to year 25, your array from where it was to where it'll be at year 25, it's only about 80%. That's typically universal. Now, some panels like Solaria, Hanwha Q cells, they're producing at a much higher rate than that. They're only going down to about 90% in a 25-year period. But typical for most panels is you'll go from 100% capacity to about 80% capacity or less. And a lot of them, it'll be less.
Yeah, John Doe asked a good question. Why does watering the panels help save?
So it doesn't help save, but what it'll do is it'll amplify the amount of sunlight by increasing the amount of surface area that sunlight will bounce off of.
Oh,
Those
I
little
see.
water droplets, because it's a monocrystalline photovoltaic, those little water droplets will actually amplify the amount of sunlight going into the PV, and it'll look like the PV is producing more. And a lot of companies, and I'm not saying what company did this to get their numbers. There's a U.S. standardized test that all solar companies.
It's Ellen solar panels from
Yes.
Sirius. Yeah, we can call
Sirius
them out.
Solar.
That's
All
not who's installing the solar. Different company is installing the solar.
So the U.S. has a standardized test with which all photovoltaic companies that sell here in the U.S., they have to submit a data sheet to the U.S. government without. It's basically like, hey, if this is in a perfect environment where the sunlight is coming on, it's not over 80 degrees, and we had direct sunlight on this for X number of hours. I think it's 8 hours. This is how much our panel will produce. A lot of companies will then make that on their brochure for their panels. Now, some companies, I'm not saying who, some companies will not do that testing on their data sheets. So what they'll do is they will mount the data sheet. And by the way, they actually put this on video. So they'll put a tarp, a reflective tarp under it, under the PV, and they will water the PV.
Right.
To increase the efficiency so that they can say, we've got a panel that does 96% first year.
Right.
So their non-standardized testing is the one they'll put out. And they'll say, hey, this is what it is.
What is it? What is your shirt? That's for show.
It's Show Enough.
Show enough.
The Shogun of Harlem. Who farted? I hate to tell you this, but yeah, I just happen to know more about this than you.
Who farted is the ultimate troll.
Yeah. By the way, in the United States,
Just on your cow.
Yeah. In the United States, any PV, pretty much no matter where you are in the country, actually, photovoltaics work better in the north than they do in the south because it's cooler, and photovoltaics actually work better in cooler temperatures. But you're only getting about, out of a year, 365 days, you're getting 20 days where your PV will actually work at peak efficiency. That is if they do everything in the install right, that they make your in this case microinverters the right size, which they did here. They were 8s. 9s would have been even better because then it'd be more efficient.
Right.
But if they don't put the right ones, and a lot of them don't because they don't know, they'll take the wrong size and it'll clip your array. So even on those 20 days, you're never getting that maximum. You're never getting it.
See, that's what happened in my last house. Remember, my optimizers weren't optimizing.
Worst
But
thing
this
is, I told him what his array was doing without knowing the panel, and with only knowing like the manufacturer of the optimizer. I told him what his array was doing.
Yeah. It's common for
And
Premier.
I think I was within like a 1/10 of a point on your array.
Yeah, you were like dead on. This is performance benefits on using microinverters versus a string inverter setup. So the microinverters are a lot easier to individually address. You've got AC power coming down instead of DC. So you can run Romex, technically.
Give it a shot.
A bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Microinverters are lower voltage. So you don't have 500 volts of wire going through your attic. You've got 240. There's a lot of benefits, and then you can just pop that straight onto a breaker or a combiner box or whatever it is. A lot easier to use, and they're a lot easier to just do more with. You can see everything about them a lot easier than when you got DC wire just going in series, basically, right?
Yeah. You have to run Resi. You have to run in series. You cannot run Resi in parallel, because if you run in parallel, what'll happen is if one of those panels goes kaput, which they will eventually, and it's just a fact of the matter, they will eventually. If you run them in parallel, everything will run back through that one panel, and because that one panel isn't operating, all of the electricity will go directly into that one panel, causing it to heat up, and eventually it'll catch on fire. That's why you can't run parallel in Resi. Now you can do it on business.
I won't get an electric car.
Yeah. You can't. You can do it in commercial. You can run parallel in commercial because you're typically dealing with more safety. on the commercial side. It's easier to shut it down because when you're running it that way, what'll happen is if one of them goes down, the entire array will shut off.
Both his dads. That's hilarious.
My God.
Someone asked about GoldenEye N64. Yeah, dude, I played
Oh,
GoldenEye.
that was fun.
That was my jam.
I can't play it.
GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. Hated EVs and Teslas. Even when it worked, it was game changing.
Perfect. I'm
That's
not
funny.
trying to ignore you, who farted. I'm just waiting for you to say something worthwhile.
He said you ignoring him is flirting.
Oh, no, he said he's trying to ignore me. Then he said I want to flirt with him.
No, above that, he said he's ignoring me. That means he's flirting with me.
He's all right. He's just trying to troll because he's I don't know why he's doing it, but he's trying.
Fight. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I've got 1 day to cancel. The battery's in the garage right now. I kind of want to install it outside. Should I have him put the battery in the garage?
Yes.
You think
Do you
so?
know why? Do you know why?
Will it stay cooler?
It will stay cooler.
Will it last longer?
It will last longer.
Will it just be a better install?
Yes. We used to have it in the code that batteries had to be stored inside because it would keep the entire power wall, in this instance, cooler and allow it to run more efficiently for a longer period of time. It would actually, the batteries themselves, they'll wear out after a while and they'll not hold as much. As we all know, being power tool guys, they won't hold as much charge for as long. So having them inside where they're away from the weather, where they're away from the sunlight, will prevent that from happening as quickly. If it's outside and it's exposed to the elements, those batteries will wear out quicker. Sayer's here. He'll tell you he's got his inside somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because Powerwall 3s don't have the placard. So all batteries have to have a placard that says suitable for use in residential dwellings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Powerwall 3s do not have that. They have the 1741 standard, the 9540A, but they do not say suitable for use in residential dwellings, which means you have to install a heat detector in the garage.
Yeah.
And when you install a heat detector in the garage, now you have to install battery interconnected smoke detectors throughout the home that all talk to each other, or they can hardwire them and whip them through the house. But you have to install,
which is what most people do.
You have to install smoke detectors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking they're going to try to come back and say, I need to pay for smoke detectors, but maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe they'll cover it.
I don't know, because this is change order, asking them to move it from outside to in.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with that. But overall, for the benefit of the array and to make sure that it lasts longer, it's an intelligent idea. Now, if you want to keep them outside, I don't care. It's not my house.
Yeah.
Did Juan just call me a taco?
I think so.
You people are weird.
I think he did.
It's just mods and who for it. Pretty much system. Pretty much. I hope at least systems getting something out of this discussion. Gee, the one person here that isn't a mod, him and Christina aren't mods. But so the two people here that aren't are the only two acting well.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Oh,
Well,
Jimmy's not a mod. My bad, Jimmy. I didn't see it. Or Pat. There's coming out of the woodwork now.
yeah. Well, we're right at the hour mark. Before we go, I want to try something here
Hey,
because
the system is becoming a master electrician.
oh, that's awesome. You're in the right place. Hang on a second. Oh, it did not like that. Hang on.
What did you do? Your audio is awful.
Can you hear me?
Barely. What did you do?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now it works. See, this wasn't working before.
I can't tell you.
It was all like,
I have no
I'm
issue.
not gonna work.
I have no issue. The problem is he got
We were
his
literally
audio
pushing the
system
button.
from his audio system from Harbor Freight
400
because he listened to the Bear. The Bear told him that Harbor Freight had the best audio system for pros.
Just wasn't working.
Oh, good. You know it.
Like
You know
I was saying. But
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's way better. So before YouTube was not registering that I was plugging that thing in and out. And the dude on the right seems very okay. I was reading that.
You're not missing anything. Unlike
see that.
Morgan, who's been missing his father since birth.
What's up, Morgan?
Thank God this isn't Discord. Who farted? I dare you to join the Discord.
Oh, dude, I've got a soundboard for Discord. I bought.
I dare you.
I purchased a soundboard digital on a startup, and I knew it was going to cost money eventually, but I paid like $20 for it for perpetual.
Yeah,
and now it's like $12 a month to have it, and I've got it forever. It's pretty cool.
it's all right. Who farted? You're probably not qualified to be on there anyway. It's for men.
I got beef with Harbor Freight. I broke a ratchet and didn't replace it for free. I had to buy a new one. Really?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Now, if I were the Bear, I would take that one comment and I would go, I've been hearing from people that Harbor Freight doesn't stand behind their warranty. They're probably going to go out of business.
Oh, that's going to be the short. Hang on. We got to make that video. We got to make that video.
Okay.
Did you talk about N-type, top con panels, and perch panels? I arrived a little later. We did not.
No,
I've never actually seen any of those.
me either.
Interesting. How much better is the audio like this?
I mean, how am I going to judge? Right now, I can't hear you, so it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems like it's better. I've got the reverb in my ears now, so I can hear myself talk. So it helps to know if I'm close enough to the microphone or not.
It was Quinn. Okay.
Was better before.
All right.
I'm curious on what made it better.
You're listening to Who Farted. I mean, there's your first intuition.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Wait,
this
Paul
is
W's
a very
here.
good
Bauer
sounding headset.
Hey, Paul. Paul,
What's
it's
up, Paul?
nice to have you here again, sir. Been wondering where you were and if you were all right.
Yeah. It's been a minute. How you been? Paul
That's what I'm
W.
saying.
We gotta get off of here
If
though.
I had half a virgin, you'd listen to me. I've only got your mother's, and she doesn't listen to you either.
Bower brushed is king. Don't forget it.
I'll try not to remember.
Don't forget it. We gotta get though, man.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I got a busy day of moving stuff so they can install all the equipment
Oh my
that I'm
god.
inevitably gonna regret.
I'm
gotta
looking at
go
a terrible
buy.
bifacial panel that Sarah just sent me on Discord. It's terrible.
Nice. Is it his?
These are the panels I have ordered. I am upgrading my, he calls it a system. It's an array. He's asking, he's adding 12 kilowatts more to do it. New controllers. I wonder what kind of controllers. I hope he's using Midnight. 3 industrial battery stations. Oh God. Coming to for storage, spending 40,000 on my array. He said system. Got the battery stations for a good deal. He didn't.
He didn't.
They were used 5 days at a logging camp before the company went bankrupt. I'm gonna guess is what he said. And this Acetec 550 panel, 144 cell bifacial, and just looking at them,
Yeah.
I would not buy them. Just looking at the panel, I would not buy
All
'em.
right. Well, peace out, fam. Don't forget to upgrade your closet that we're going to be cartwheeling out of
All right,
with your Makita tools.
sure.
And
I will. I always support. I support the whatever community Who Farted's a part of because I
yeah,
believe in supporting the mentally handicapped.
shout out to both of his dads. And
Yeah.
peace out, guys. It's a serious
Belky.
Makita tool buying addiction to have 2 fathers. That's all I'm saying. We're out of here.